Selamat datang pada tutorial basis data lanjut dengan materi creating prosedur. Objective: after completing this lesson, you should be able to do the following: distinguish an anonymous PL/SQL block from named PL/SQL blocks, describe subprograms, list the benefits of using subprograms, list the different environments from which subprograms can be invoked, describe PL/SQL blocks and subprograms, describe the uses of procedures, differentiate between formal and actual parameters, list the features of different parameter modes, create procedures with parameters, invoke a procedure, remove a procedure. This is the PL/SQL program construct, which divided by two, which is tools construct and database server constructs. Overview of subprograms. Subprogram is a named PL/SQL block that can accept parameters and be invoked from a calling environment. Subprogram is of two types: a procedure that performs an action and a function that computes a value. It's based on standard PL/SQL block structure, provides modularity, reusability, extensibility, and maintainability, provides easy maintenance, improved data security and integrity, improved performance, and improved code clarity. Block structure for anonymous PL/SQL blocks. Declare is optional, begin is mandatory, exception is optional, and is mandatory. This is the block structure for PL/SQL subprogram. Benefits of subprogram is easy maintenance, improved data security and integrity, improved performance, and improved code clarity. Developing subprogram by using SQL Plus is shown as shown at the picture. This is the process of invoking stored procedures and function. What is procedures? A procedure is a type of subprogram that performs an action. A procedure can be stored in the database as a schema object or repeated execution. This is the syntax for creating procedures. The replace option indicates that if the procedure exists, it will be dropped and replaced with the new version created by the statement. PL/SQL block starts with either begin or the declaration of vocal variables and ends with either. This is the developing procedures. Formal versus actual parameters. Formal parameters is variable declared in the parameter list of a subprogram specification. An actual parameter is variables of or expressions referenced in the parameter in the list of a subprogram call. This is the procedural parameter modes, and this is the creating procedure with parameters. This is the example of in parameters. This is the example of out parameters. Viewing out parameters. Load and run the emp query SQL script file to create the query emp procedure and declare host variables. Execute the query emp procedure and print the value of the global gname variable. This is the example of in-out parameters. This is the example of viewing in-out parameters. Method for passing parameters is positional, named, and combination. This is the default option for parameter. This is the example of passing parameters. This is declaring the subprogram. This is the example of invoking a procedure from an anonymous PL/SQL block. This is the example of handled exception. This is the example of unhandled exception. Removing procedures. Drop a procedure stored in the database as shown at the picture. Summary. In this lesson, you should have learned that a procedure is a subprogram that performs an action. You create procedures by using the create procedures command. You can compile and save a procedure in the database. Parameters are used to pass data from the calling environment to the procedure. There are three parameter modes: in, out, and in-out. Local subprograms are programs that are defined within the declaration section of another program. Procedures can be invoked from any tool or language that support PL/SQL. You should be aware of the effect of handled and unhandled exception on transaction and calling procedures. You can remove procedures from the database by using the drop procedure command. Procedures can serve as building blocks for an application. Dan soal, satu buat prosedur add job untuk menambahkan baris data baru ke dalam table jobs. Prosedur memiliki dua parameter yang menampung kode job dan nama job. Pada command prompt kita ketikkan create or replace procedure add job. Parameternya adalah pjob in jobs.code job %type dan pname in jobs nama job type %type. Is begin insert into jobs kode job nama job values pjob pname commit end. Dan soal 2, buat prosedur upd job untuk memodifikasi data pada table job. Prosedur memiliki dua parameter kode job dan nama job yang baru. Buat exception handling untuk menangani kode job yang tidak ada pada table jobs. Berikan pesan bahwa kode job tidak ada dalam table jobs. Jalankan prosedur untuk mengganti kode job ID DBA diganti dengan title data administrator. Coba dengan kode job yang tidak ada di table jobs, misalkan kode job ID web, dan perhatikan apakah exception handling telah berjalan lancar. Sekian tutorial kali ini. Terima kasih.